Shalom to attorney Nati. You've been accompanying the situation in the mixed cities in Israel, the tensions, the riots in Lud, Akko, Ramle. Tell us about the main challenges there on the scene.
Shalom, Yoni. Yes, in the last days, I didn't sleep for a few days, and I was there in Lud, in Ramle, in the mixed cities, as we call it here, in Jerusalem. It's unbelievable, the situation over there. Although the police, for an unknown reason, they say everything is in control, but when you go in the cities and you see police cars who burn in the middle of the streets without nobody there, hundreds of Molotov cocktails, rocks attacks on Jewish quarters and Jewish homes and cars. A lot of the Jewish families in Lod flee away and their home were burned. We have synagogues, more than 10 synagogues were demolished and burned in Lod. This situation is unacceptable, and we need to fight it as much as we can. People from all over Israel came to help our brothers in the different cities in Israel, to help them, to escort them from their home outside. The police lost control everywhere in those cities. We have those riots also in Jaffa, in Akko. It's unbelievable where we came. For years, we didn't treat these threats of illegal weapons and terrorists who live inside our cities from inside, and they are fighting Israel together with Hamas. And when Hamas is throwing missiles, they are doing whatever they can. Myself, I received Molotov cocktails and a grenade, and the police is afraid to react. And we need to demand to the police and to the Secret Service of Israel, act now before it will be too late. Confiscate all the illegal weapons and do whatever you can to bring again security to the citizens of Israel. This will help not only the Jewish people, but also the Arab people who don't want to choose the terror way to have their own security.
So Nati, what could and should be done?
So we need to fight both in court. There is a lot of Jewish people who came to help their brothers in the different cities and were arrested. I represent more than 200 of them in the last days. Their guns were taken, and we are fighting in court and also in political pressure to bring back the weapon to those heroes. And we need to do an investigation why the police is so afraid and don't act against our real enemies who are trying to kill us from inside.
And you met the volunteers who came to the areas from around the country.
Yes, I met hundreds of volunteers who came from all over Israel. People, adult people with common sense, people who came after military service in commando units, who went to help their brothers and sisters in Lod, Ramle, and Jerusalem. They went to empty homes to watch them, that nobody will demolish them. They came to escort families who want to go to eat or to buy something in the store, or to go to their car, or to go out from the city, and to bring back security. And people are very, very thankful to them. And instead to fight them, we need to support them, and we need to say thank you to them because they did a great job.
Nati, generally speaking, this is a war also on the battlefield in the south throughout Israel, but it's also a media and PR war, and you're very, very familiar with this field. What should Israel do?
Yes, this is very important, and I didn't understand why all the media didn't came in the night to those cities and take pictures, how hundreds of riots of Arabs who are fighting Israel, taking the flag of Hamas, taking the flag of Ashraf, the PLO, and throwing stones on innocent citizens, do lynch on people who just walk in the street of Jerusalem and in Lod and Ramle. This is unacceptable, and we need to take those pictures and to show them all over the world and to expose the big lie. There's no symmetry between the two sides. It's not a fight between Jews and non-Jews. It's radical Islam who are living inside Israel, receiving our tax money, receiving all the rights they want, and they are doing whatever they can today to fight, and they do a covenant with Hamas and terror instead to be citizens of Israel with duties and loyalty to this country. And this is what we need to expose to all the world. Any country in the world cannot accept this.
And one of the things that you and your friends in Judea and Samaria have done as response to Arab terror is actually the reestablishing of a community in Judea and Samaria.
One of the positive reactions that we have to this situation is to rebuild. What they want to do is to outroot us from this Holy Land, and we need to rebuild the Holy Land. So one of the things we did, it's Eviatar. It's a new village next to the junction of Tapuach, where the terror attack was 2 weeks ago. There was a terror attack. 3 people were severely injured, and one was killed over there. And also 7 years ago, Eviatar Borovsky, father of 5, were killed in a stabbing attack. We rebuilt this place. It's government land of Israel. A lot of families came there. We have 25 families who live there. We build more homes, and our answer to the terror, one of our answers, is to rebuild Israel and renew our covenant with this land. And we hope that people from all over the world will join us in this fight to rebuild Israel, because this is biblical Zionism 2021. We need to do a new step, a new floor of Zionism, a biblical Zionism, to connect people from all over the world and to renew our covenant here in the heart of Israel, in Judea and Samaria, as a preparation of redemption and bringing Mashiach. And hopefully more and more people from all over the world will join us.
Attorney Nati, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.